Morning. Alright, Sunday morning, brew day. Nice one. What a result. As you can see, I'm on the hard stuff, but it is early. Coffee, not stout. I'm doing a Weiss beer again, because it's what I want to drink. I am going to do something a bit hop-tastic next time, I think, because my taste buds are moving over to that side a little bit, so I will give something a go next week or the following week. But yeah, today's a Weiss beer. So, what's in said Weiss beer? Let me just consult with my brewer's friend. Pretty straightforward. German Pilsner, 2 kilos. Wheat malt, UK, is 2.5 kilos, and then just 300 grams of crystal wheat malt. I just wanted to just bring the colour on a little bit, tiny little bit more richness, and bring the colour on a little bit. Hops are 23 grams of Hallertau Herzbucker, 60 minutes, 23 grams, and 15 grams of Tettanger. 15 grams at 15 minutes. Obviously, protoflog, blah 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 blah. I'm again probably going to go for a 90-minute mash, only because I'm going for breakfast. Nice one. So we are, we're up to temp. I'm going to bring the water over, mash in very quickly, test the pH, but pretty much every time it's more or less spot on. So if it's any different, I'll come back and let you know. If not, I'll just leave it where it is. So yeah, see you in a minute. Right, mashed in. Temperature there or thereabouts, bit low, but it's a bit all over the place. The pH was a bit higher, so it's 5.5, 5.6. So a spoonful of gypsum, right where it should be. 5.2, 5.3. So yeah, about 90 minutes. Might be a bit less, depends how long it takes me to feed my face. So I'll catch you in a bit. Ciao. Okay, right. Breakfast is done. Too much breakfast. Right, so a couple of things that I didn't tell you earlier what yeast I was using. So I'm using Weinstefan Wheat 3068, Y yeast 3068. One of these smack pipes. So it says that you've got to locate the inner packet into the corner, locate and move the inner packet to the corner, place this area in the palm of your hand and firmly smack the pack with the other hand to break the inner nutrient packet. Confirm the inner packet is broken. Fucking stupid idea. I've been so undecided what I'm actually going to brew. I ended up not doing a starter, but this does say it's direct pitch, so we'll see. But in future I'm going to be doing starters, so let's see what happens here. In the palm of your hand and give it a smack. Seems broken to me, so been in the fridge. I'll leave it out and see what happens. So leave it on the side, nice and warm in here, 24 degrees at the minute. Yeah, so I had a slight technical hitch when I went off for breakfast. I'd left the taps on the HLT and the mash open, but I don't think there's any big deal. The pump was on a fraction, so this is what happens. You need to concentrate and do the job right, don't you? But hey ho, I am hapless after all. So it did move over a bit more water, and obviously there was the element wasn't on the HLT, so it's obviously reduced the temperature a bit. But it was a tiny bit of water, it wasn't a lot. I've tested the mash, and video will come up showing you. Doesn't seem any bluey blackness there, so I'm pretty sure that I've converted all the starches. Just means obviously there's more water in the mash than I anticipated, so don't know how that's going to affect the sparge. So this is the bit that I don't like, the sparge. I'm buying a new sparge arm because that is, I fucking hate it. It's an absolute pain in the ass, that rotating one. So I'm getting one from Angel Homebrew, one of the Lockline ones. Because I'm a tight git, I did go online and try to see if I could buy the parts and make one myself. The reality is it costs a lot more to try and buy the parts from the UK distributor of Lockline. There is a cheaper alternative which the name escapes me, and I actually did tell Rusty that you could make them cheaper, so I'll retract that and I'll message you after, because I've read the specs of it, and although it's on the surface as an exact replica, it's not at all, because the maximum operating temperature is 65 degrees, which clearly is about as much use as a chocolate fire guide. So don't try and be a tight ass like me. Angel Homebrew, only person that sells it. 35 quid I think, something like that for the 20 nozzle, and 44 quid for the 30 nozzle. I'm going to go for the 30 nozzle one, and hopefully that's going to be better. But I am going to look at putting some sort of a Hermes coil in the HLT, because I think I need to do some recirculating, because a lot of the beers that I want to do, well I'm doing now, do require step smashing, decoration, etc, etc, etc. So I've got a big up, I suppose, haven't I? What I'm going to do is, at the end of the boil, I'm going to take away approximately a litre. I've based it on average of 25ml per finished product per 500ml bottle at the end, and so I'm going to take away a litre, which what fits into my what's it called, the Kilner jars, right to the brim, so there's going to be no oxygen, anything in there, so hopefully it doesn't go off. Take that hot straight out the boiler in a sanitised, properly sanitised jar, straight into the fridge, get it cooled, and I'm going to leave that until the end of the fermentation, and just before I bottle it I'm going to use that to batch prime, rather than putting sugar into the bottles. So I don't know, is a litre too much, too little, don't know. Are the bottles going to fucking explode everywhere? Knowing me, probably, but anyway, we'll soon find out, won't we? So I'll come back to you when the sparge is on, and that's it. Right, so the sparge is well and truly underway. Happy days. I'll put some little videos and show you, but yeah, okay, a hell of a lot darker the work than I expected. I mean, only 300 grams of crystal wheat malt, and yeah, very dark. So don't know, I mean, putting it in Brewer's Friend, it sort of still, you know, match the style. So let's see. I don't care if it's dark, it's all about the taste, isn't it? So yeah, I'll come back to you when it's all moved over and the boil starts. Right then, the old muckers, all the work's over. Again, it's shy. I've based my calculations on Brewer's Friend at 65% efficiency for my calcs, which is pretty much where I'm running at. So I I'm probably not going to be a million miles away. I've got a pre-boil gravity of 1.036, pretty much where I was the last time, so I want to end up with an original gravity of 1.047. As I say, that's all based on 65%, which is pretty low, so I need to sort this out. I need to get the efficiency up. I'm pretty sure I'm converting all the starches to sugars, so it's all got to be in the sparge. It was a 30-minute sparge, not long enough. So let's see what happens when I get my new sparge arm. I'll sort it. Any input, greatly appreciated. So, yeah, I won't chat for too long. I don't want to miss the boil, and I'll come back to you with my first hop additions. Right, that's hot break. That took some fighting back. I'm not entirely sure why, but it seems like a far more vigorous boil than it normally is. No idea. Anyway, so we'll call that hot break. First hop addition. So 24, did I say 24? 24 grams or 23 grams, can't remember, 23 grams of Herzbucker going in. Right then, that's doing its thing, but I'm getting a bit antsy, so I wanted to try my Hapless Fuckwit V2. That's only just gone in the bottles, literally, I think less than a week. I'll have to check, I can't remember to be honest, but I want to try it, see how it's going. So I've chilled one off. That's obviously it's going to be very immature. Bit like me, so let's give it a go. Reasonable hiss. Not really a wit glass, but it'll do. Looks the part. Certainly got a twang. Excuse me, I'm just going to go and wipe my fan. That's another pain in the arse, that bloody fan. It's just not powerful enough. I think I've said that before, so dick. Smells like a whip. Slight coriander. Tiny bit citrusy. Actually, really not bad, very refreshing. Slight bitter, much more bitter than a Horgarden, but it wasn't a Horgarden clone per se, it was a wit. This is something else. Of course it would be totally different ingredients, but surprisingly, that's really nice. It's got a bitterness which dissipates reasonably quick. Definite coriander. Yeah, I'm not very good at describing beers, to be honest, but do you know what? For less than a week in the bottle, I don't think it's bad at all. It's certainly drinkable. Oh. Fucking hell. I've actually made a beer that I can drink. Now, I might send it out to you guys, you might think it's fucking piss, but you know, it's a marked improvement from where I have been, and I could happily drink that. You know, give it another few weeks and see where it's at, but fucking happy days. Very well carved as well, you know. There may be a brewer in me yet. Right, I better keep an eye on all this and drink this. Hello. Right then. So I'm going to put in my second hop addition. Right, final hop addition. 15 grams of Tetang. Right, I did do another reading, and I'm going to be shy again, so I am going to leave it to boil for a little bit longer. I'll take another reading. I mean, really, I've got 15 minutes left, but I am going to give it a little bit longer, probably an extra 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, I'll come back to you. So, hour and a half boil. Which, fine, no worries. Boiled off, don't know how much. But, total gravity reading, and it's pretty good. I'm over what I expected. So I'm just going to cool it down. But I will say, refractometer's fucking superb. I don't know how people manage without them, really. But obviously they know what they're doing, I don't, so really handy for me. So that's enough. I'm going to flame out. Well, there you go, right on cue. So it's off. As I said to you, I am going to take litre-ish for batch priming. So bear with. Sorry, putting my ass in your face, but Star Sam. So to zoom in, show you what I'm on with. This is going to be hot, 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 isn't it? It's hot. Excuse me. Oh, fuck me, that's hot. So. Okay. All of this has been boiled in hot water for a long time, actually. About 20 minutes. All-star sand. I'm doing it again. I'm just being anal. But now that's it. Sorry about that. Right, okay, so I'm chilling. I'll move it over into the fermenter and I'll come back to you in a bit. I'm imagining we're going to be in the same situation we are every time, where the temperature of the water just isn't cool enough, and I'm going to have to whack it in the fridge for an hour or two to bring the temp to where I can pitch it, so won't be long. Right, okay, it's in the fridge. I haven't pitched the yeast yet. Another 2 or 3 degrees before I pitch the yeast. So yeah, 1.050. So it's actually could be slightly more than that. That's on the hydrometer. So I'll do it with the doofer. Yeah, 1.050. Tiny little touch over. So, yeah. Happy bunny, that'll do. Now, as I said, I've had to do a longer boil, so I'm going to have a play with Brewer's Friend, because I've struggled to get my head around it a little bit, but kind of getting there, so yeah, that's it. It's very dark. But who cares? Quite amazed that 300 grams of crystal wheat malt would make such a massive difference. Tastes alright. Pointless tasting it now, the window. So happy days. So I'll get the pitch the yeast, and jobs are good. So another brew day went reasonably well. No major complaints. I'll get that spore sorted out, and jobs are good. Over and out. Bing bong.